Hello everybody! Hi, my name is Myloe, and lately I've been getting back into my Splatoon 2 groove and excitement for Splatoon 3 coming out in the future. And as I've been playing this game, it's been nice admiring some of the features they put in that weren't in the first one. But I've also realized there are still a bunch of features missing that I would love to see brought in for the future of the series. So sit back, relax, maybe subscribe to the channel, and we'll get right into this video. Right off the bat, I'm gonna dismiss new content. We already know that we're gonna have new guns, revamped old guns, new character customizations, new maps, all that jazz. This is a given, and much of it has already been shown. Also, it would seem you can use any hairstyle with a male or female character, which just adds to the inclusivity this game already had. If one thing's been made clear by Splatoon fans' community posts, it's that we're dealing with a wide array of people that aren't afraid to express themselves and be who they truly are. This is an awesome little detail, but let's get into the meat of my ideas here. First, we have the lobby system. Splatoon 1 had polarizing lobbies because you couldn't change your gear at all unless you left the lobby altogether. But in Splatoon 2, you can actually change your gear while remaining in your lobby at the end of every match. What I want to see for Splatoon 3 is the ability to swap gear while you're waiting for a match to start. There have been many times where I'm waiting upwards of 30 seconds for just one person to join the room, and I wish I could at least mess with what I'm using in the meantime. Keeping this to the end of the match only is fine, but it doesn't give you a lot of options when you're just trying to stay in a lobby and get more matches. A small feature, but an effective one, I think. While we're talking about the lobbies, I'd also like if Splatoon 3 would let you join up in a room with friends and then search for a match together. It's pretty bothersome if me and my friend want to game some turf war, but one of us has to wait a bit for a slot in the lobby to open up first. Sometimes this lasts like 2 or 3 games in a row, and it just kinda sours the mood. If I'm watching my friend have fun playing a game I can play with him, I should just be able to play with him, right? I don't even care if Splatoon 3 still gives you and your friends a random team assignment, I just want to be able to play the game at the same time as my buddies. And there's something I'm hoping for more in the gameplay as well. More quick chat options. The D-pad has 4 directions and you only give us 2 things to say when the other directions aren't bound to anything else? Saying this way and booyah all the time works, sure, but I want to be able to tell my team when someone's flanking our base without having to die and say ouch first. It would also be super nice if the 4th chat option could shout out what percentage your super is charged. If someone sees their partner is at 90% towards their super, maybe they'll stick to them for a little while and try to get some good ground. Honestly, I expected more chat options to be in Splatoon 2 before that game came out, but they actually didn't do it. I hope they will this time around. One more thing I'd like to say about the multiplayer is that there are quite a few maps that generally end up being one-sided. At least in Turf War for sure. I'm not much of a ranked player, but maybe some of the maps are actually quite nice for different game modes. In my opinion, they should maybe veer away from bringing back legacy maps to Splatoon 3 that have this problem. Straight line stages are the most offensive in this regard, I would say, but there are a few others sprinkled in there that often end up this way. So often I find the dominant team will play on the other's half of the map for the whole game unless the losing team gets a lucky reversal. Last thing I'll say about the multiplayer, Splatoon 3 has a really drab, dusty color palette as far as they've shown. Now, I don't mind this. In fact, it looks quite nice and it's a really nice change of pace as well. However, I really hope they don't make every stage look like this. If it's all dusty desert lands for their new levels, I would be a little bit disappointed. Even if the ink colors cover the whole stage anyways, it would just take away from the amount of life the first 2 games had in all of their stages' presentation. I like the desert theme, I just hope the whole game isn't painted the same color of brown, you know what I mean? Something I like a lot about this desert theme though, is the campaign. I don't know if we were seeing gameplay exactly in these shots from Splatoon 3's trailer, but if they turned the campaign into some type of adventure mode instead of a bunch of segmented, separated levels, that would be insanely cool. Splatoon in general is a great concept, gameplay-wise and thematically, and making a proper world or story out of a platformer shooter like this would be incredible. The campaigns in Splatoon 1 and 2 are very fun, don't get me wrong, but it always seems like an arcade mode to me, with only a small amount of actual story or plot. On top of this, I think it would be really dope if the Octolings became a bigger part of the world this time. They were playable in multiplayer and campaign in Splatoon 2 if you bought the DLC, and the whole idea was really interesting. Maybe for this story mode the Octolings and Inklings have similar objectives with different motives, forcing them to merge forces, or maybe they could be a hero-villain side of the campaign right from the start. I've talked about a lot of stuff that I hope will come with the release of Splatoon 3, but most of all, I honestly want to see a real competitive community come out of this game. The Splat community is passionate, and there are so many good players still playing Splatoon 2. Just go online right now and find out. Join any lobby and you'll probably find a cracked sniper, or at the very least a few people who have passed level 99 by far. For a little perspective here, I played maybe close to 100 hours if I'm being generous, and I'm not even level 30. This is partially due to a small speedrunning phase that I had for the campaign, but still, it takes a lot of time to level up in this game. What I mean to say is, I think it would be pretty sick if Nintendo leaned more into doing championships like in the past, or if people started pulling a Smash Bros and doing it grassroots. I just watched Splatoon 2's 2019 Grand Finals recently and it was incredible to watch. Team comps, weapon swaps, unorthodox loadout picks for different counters and situations. I love watching this and you will not see it anywhere else. If people put in the time and become pro-level players, I think there would be a huge audience for it. Or maybe I'm the only one. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna love Splatoon 3. Let me know what you guys think about the stuff I talked about today in the comments. I'm curious to know if other people feel the same way about certain things that I do. And hey, if I'm not alone in how I feel about these things, maybe the developers have also already given them some thought. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're climbing steadily up to 1,000 subscribers and I'd be stoked if we could reach that. But as for now, my name is Myloe, and I'm out.